It all started when I noticed the water level in my backyard lake was dangerously low. A severe drought had been gripping our area, and while neighbors scrambled to conserve every drop, I was ready to refill my small lake to protect the ecosystem I'd spent years building. That's when Karen, the infamous HOA, enforcer with a penchant for overreach, decided to intervene. She claimed I didn't have approval to use the water pump and threatened hefty fines if I went ahead. "Rules are rules," she said, arms crossed, clipboard in hand. "We can't allow unauthorized water usage." I tried reasoning with her. "Karen, this is literally for preventing environmental damage. The drought isn't something we control." "Drought or not, HOA regulations are clear," she snapped. Reluctantly, I backed off. But the lake didn't. Within a week, the dry spell intensified. My small pond was barely half full, but something unexpected began happening in the neighborhood. The lakeside properties Karen prided herself on policing were showing alarming signs of strain. Cracks appeared along waterfront patios, docks began to sag, and even some retaining walls started to fracture. Neighbors came running, panicked, calling in contractors to assess the damage. Karen, for the first time, looked helpless. Her own obsession with rules and control had blinded her to the bigger picture. Nature doesn't bend to HOA regulations. I watched quietly from my porch, my half-empty lake glimmering in the sun. While my ecosystem was suffering, I had at least avoided structural disaster. Karen, on the other hand, had no recourse. Her precious waterfront homes were cracking under the relentless drought. A harsh reminder that, ignoring common sense in favor of petty, enforcement often backfires. By the end of the month, the HOA held an emergency meeting, scrambling to address the damage. Contractors, engineers, and insurance adjusters were involved, while I quietly refilled my pond when it was finally safe to do so, ensuring my property and the local wildlife stayed healthy. Sometimes I realized nature has the final say, and in the battle between HOA arrogance and environmental reality, the outcome isn't always what overzealous enforcers expect.